Alright, this is part 2. Got a fat dog. Kill her, eat her, skin her. Kidding, even tastes pretty good. Now, here, all this pine came from this long tree. And I'm gonna have the cameraman walk along and just show you how freaking long this tree is. She goes all the way up down here. And the tree was kind enough to take out 5 other trees for us to make even more work. So now all we're going to do is sit down. And now we start hauling. So this is a very slow process. Take what you can of your pine. Some of it's buried. Like these are all tangled up. And then I'm going to have my cameraman pause it here, and then we'll play it for you again when I get over there with all the pine. Okay, I lied. Cameraman is cutting down a tree. So now, there goes the bolt. There goes Biscuit. See, I got a good pile going here. All right. Now, this is a good old hand wrap. It's actually what's used for boxing, this black guy part. Okay. And then we got cordage. Good grip with an axe. Helps you not get pricked so much. Alright. Well, I'm going to be over there in like 5 seconds. So... Alright, so now that we're over here, lots of our bare branches don't have much. Obviously we want to stack up our roof good. So it's as simple as that. Walk, grab, tack it down in, and then we'll probably use one of our handy dandy cords. Now this is a big guy. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. So for this, what we'll do, we're gonna use him to pack in. Take our boot here and just get them all as tight as we can. Now that covers for the roof, and it gives us a bit of color on the side. Because what we're going to do is take rotten out trees like this. This guy isn't rotten, but stuff like this in here, and we're going to make leaning. So eventually, trees here, and you have your doorway. Go straight through. Now, I'm going to get to work for real this time. And next time I'm here, we're going to have some work done. Alright, so now we carry our log. Shoulder technique. Now, there's that. So now we go back here,
pouches as well for like weaving and all that. If you ever want to make one of these, just basically what this is a lean-to mixed with an X-frame mixed with everything. I just kind of smashed them all together. But we don't really have a lot of willow trees around here, so that's why we're using pine, because obviously it's green, it has all those needles, it's going to block out all the wind. Now what we do is we come over here. A Christmas tree. This guy doesn't look it. This thing's way heavier than that log I just carried on my shoulder. Alright, now grab him down the middle. Trying to take out our cameraman. This guy up here, at least attempt to. Like this. Tuck them under. Okay. Now you can see we're kind of starting to fill it in. I'm gonna have your cameraman give you a closer view. Maybe crawl in there and see what it looks like from inside.
Okay.
Now we're gonna pause her, give you guys a little break here, and go cut down a tree. All right. So now, got an okay sized tree. We're gonna start cutting her down. Now, the way that I always cut down a tree is, let's get back here. You always angle it in. Cut down, cut up. So then you end up getting a V. That way, push your tree, and it's going to collapse in the missing space, which you will see when I get it cut here. So, this is the last tree that we will be cutting down for this project. So, instead of taking any of the bigger ones, because we don't really need super big trees, this guy over here pretty much assured us everything we need. So, that big Andy's tree will probably fall on top of me. But oh well. By the way, this camera work sucks. Because, well, it does. I'm sorry. This camera work sucks here. Hopefully, if we get enough people on here, we'll get like professional photographers for us here. So you can see, I'm creating a V. Now we're gonna you can see she's starting to form. Alright, now I'm gonna cut this real quick, and then I'll play it before we take it down, so you guys have a thrill of a lifetime. Okay. Sorry for all these pauses here. But you can see now what we have going here. Have it gaped in, gapped. He's running away. Dog's over there somewhere. You know, kind of short-handed. But now what you can do is you hack in a corner. Switch hands here. Use dominant hand. So now you can see, and then hack in this corner. You can literally see she's hanging on to nothing. So now it should be about, sorry, you couldn't see any of that. A couple more good chops in here. Now we come around from the back, taper it down. All right. See this? Now. So again, I apologize for terrible camera work. Well, it is officially snowing out, if you can't not hear that. Let's go take a quick break here, and we'll start layering up our roof quick before any snow goes in here. Grab your pine. Now this one is big guy, so you know what we do with big ones. We're gonna shove him right here. Sorry, there's a bunch of nothing for you guys. Now we're gonna wedge him. So now what we do is we take him, and this is the only problem with pine. She likes to get stuck on everything. Wedge it in here. Probably giving you guys a seizure trying to watch this. And then she's gonna fall. And then camera guy's back now, so you don't have to watch my terrible quality. So what we're trying to do is wedge this here, pop it up. What's that in there? See how easy that is with two hands? That's what she said. So, pardon me. Now we're going to come over here to this tree. Our snow kind of chilled down, so the camera guys can come stand right directly here so you guys can watch this. So now with two hands, this is way easier. As you can see, camera guy, come here, please. This tree is held up by this little tiny nub. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tell camera guy to get back over here a little bit. Hopefully you all can still see this. And then you try not to get taken out. Now what I like to do, camera guy can come here again, is, now some people don't do this, but I like to take all them stupid little nubs, because when you're trying to put it on your roof, and your hands are freezing, and the wood is wet and slippery, and you keep dropping it everywhere, the last thing you want is a stupid nub to keep catching everything. So that's why I always just cut them. And you can also use these for a fire or for weaving if you get a good heavy sturdy one. Like this guy, he could probably weave because I can flex it, flex it, flex it, and it won't break. So now we take down ones that are at ground level. And now, pick her up and walk her out. Come on with it. Down she goes. Now we come over here, timber, kick this thing off. Now you have a down tree. Now what we do is take care of that little one. Now once we start getting into the greenery, obviously we can use that. So then we make a nice little pile right up to the side. Well, we're gonna time lapse this or cut it out. I don't know what. When you come back, this tree will be gutted and we're gonna start working on the roof. All right, so real quick here before we cut to the actual building and get out of this boring stuff. When you're cutting it, same way that we cut her down. You know, you just kind of take it, and I'll show you here. I'll try to. And I also want to apologize if this camera has been flipped upside down throughout this video, because I have to keep pausing it because I don't know. So then you literally alternate, and that's how you cut. Which I really shouldn't have to explain it to anyone. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. So, I will be releasing a tiny short video, which may be like 10 minutes, on a tutorial of how to build like a lean-to teepee type of shelter in your own backyard if you live in woods. If you live in the middle of town, unless you can craft trees, good freaking luck. But I will also be posting that one of these days. I do believe, I don't know where the frick that kid went. I do believe that Noah made a TikTok channel or video, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not up with you Gen Z children. So he has that. He's starting to make, and now I'm gonna continue this, and now we get to the fun stuff. Okay, so we got it cut, and now we just take our axe. Now we start building. So I'm gonna show you one of the many reasons why you don't leave freaking stupid stuff. Now that we're building, I'm trying to speed myself up. I shouldn't have put up all that greenery above our doorway. But oh well. So now what I'm gonna do is, you could feed this from the inside, but it's gonna catch on everything. So I'm gonna have camera guy come stand here. He's gonna kick something. Now literally, we're feeding it over. Now he's gonna stand out here so you can see. All right. Or he's gonna come in here with me. And then he's gonna moan. Okay. So here, I'm gonna have him come stand to the side. Whatever he's doing. So what you don't want, knob, is if you try to butt it up to your tree, which I'll put this out of the way, so you can see this clearly. You don't want knobs on there, because then you can't butt it straight, have it tight. You're gonna have a big old freaking gap. So that's why. Flip to this side. Have him in the camera, and it's gonna hit me in the face. Then I'm not gonna swear. So you can see how tight this is. Now obviously she has a little knot, so it gaps. But I mean, it's just common sense. No knots versus you have, see, like this stuff, this long branch, it's all gonna get caught on there. And then you roll it, and then, so now, formation of the roof. Okay, so now there's going to be literally no pausing. You're going to get real raw time. So it's probably going to be long and boring, and you're going to skip way ahead if you already haven't. So now you get to see all the work that has been paused. All this stuff. Pick up cameraman's phone, and we're going to put this on a nice tarp.
Hey.
So now we, oh, so crap. one ain't bad. This one really, we got lucky. So now you see it's pretty much clear. You should really handle your work tools is much better. Alright. So now I'm gonna have camera guy stand to the side and I'm gonna feed in about 3 new logs. Now I'm going for a longer one with this. Give her a little bit of a base. You don't want a whole bunch of short ones, because if you tie all your short ones together, yeah, they're going to stay. But if there's one firm, strong one in the middle, it's going to have a better chance of staying there. And obviously, I'm trying to use all wood that is not rotted. The end of this is. But also this big one over here, you can clearly see she's got mushrooms on it. Don't eat them. Unless you boil them. Even then I wouldn't eat them. You can eat those. But I don't recommend it. They're not like good mushrooms either. You're not going to go to space on these things, alright? Probably ER. So I don't like to use rotted wood for a roof. But seeing as... Changed my mind. Check this out, guys. Alright. Probably thinking, what the heck are you doing? Okay, now what we can do is start a wind blocker. Wind blows in this way, we stack logs. Now if you come here, and you stand in front of me, you're gonna see. Okay, that kind of looks weird, just like me. But you'll see the purpose when we finish. Camera guy's gonna go back to filming position. Okay, now we're gonna feed in our big log first. Oh. Camera guy's gonna freaking die. Kids. This is why you always spend money and buy a good camera guy.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, now he's done dying. Now, hard part is trying to feed this through your weave, through the weave, like what I'm wearing. There we go. Now we got her going in the right spot. Now we feed her straight through. Alright. Now this is where I use a wrap. Chicka chicka. No, I'm just kidding. So, camera guy's gonna come over near this spot. You can see how this one is drastically bigger than all these. Our ones in the back, those are big. So you want to try to keep this weave together. Take a thing of paracord. Now I'm gonna have him come straight through in here so you can watch how I tie this. So, it's going to show you from underneath. You can see how I'm feeding it. Now we're going to cross it. So now you come back up and around to look, and you can see it's been, pardon me, crossed around our 3 logs. One second, I gotta get this freaking hand wrap here figured out. Now what we do is just a general knot. Make sure they're where you want them to be. Tie it as tight as you can. Sometimes they don't always go tight. So you can see how she's still loose. So now what we're going to do is take this down and under. I don't know, you probably can't see it. But Now she's tighter. Alright, just a basic old little knot. We have a very, very colorful array of bungees. Brought to you by the support of your local Walmart. Okay. And then here, now we start unraveling a bit.
Right.
And we don't. Now we just use them at their raw size, except for this. Now this one we're gonna cut right here. So. Now sometimes you pick them up and you smash them down, they'll snap. Just like that. Now this we'll probably use, literally just throw this on top of our roof. Or we'll just throw it up. There you go. Now, you can see how it's starting to kind of look ugly up in front here. You know, like you got big old rotting. We've got this guy hanging, but it will come together. So now we come back here, take this branch. Tree, not a branch. Get all our big knots. Well, you know, your little branches. Now this one doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be near the outside. So I'm just going to put this one up there and then fill it up with greenery, and then we should be pretty dang close to be done with it. The camera guy is going to film this last one going up here, and then when we come back, there'll be a fully functional living area. All right, he's gonna record us. Me. Oh, stupid me. Now, look real close. You're gonna see that I managed to put it in through my main support. So what that means is we have to drag it all back out. And that's where this becomes a pain. This ought to work a little better. Okay. Back here. There's that. Now, you take this guy. And see you when she's all greened up. Alright, change of plans. Camera guy got cold, he went inside. So now the rest of the video is gonna be my crappy quality. But if you're still watching this, 30 minutes in, long video. I know a lot of you guys probably clicked off of it by now, but I really do appreciate this. I know it's boring to watch, it's way more fun to do. But I'm going to try to deliver and give you guys the best I can. Now I want to show you what I did here. So you can see where these are all going on a main beam. These are not on a beam at all. So the reasoning for this is our fire is going to be in this area. And we do not want, what's the word I want here? This is gonna be kind of filled with wet muck and crap. That way our fire isn't gonna catch. And you'd think that hanging low, you know, logs are gonna catch easier. But the whole goal was to just get mud as so, literally more than that. You cape it on the bottom here, and then our firewood can like drape. You'll see what I mean. It's very hard to explain and do one-handed. I'm gonna go get greenery, and I'll see you all in the next video.